NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
For Chicago.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. On the return, Shandon Sullivan. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Shandon Sullivan on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Packers.
This is Aaron Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 23.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We're right there, about to break a big one.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First down, Packers.
On first down, Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
To Aaron Jones.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Mario Edwards Jr. coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby.
30-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a give right side. Patterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
The tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
The 41. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
On third down, Patterson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. After the penalty, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. He breaks through another tackle and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
8-yard line.
And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Packers 10, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Cover 5-3. Cover 5-3. 58, right over there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Foles. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit on 1st down. It's Patterson. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Switch.
Throwing on 2nd down. Foles. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. On the sneak, Rodgers. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bears will get the football back. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The 36-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
By the Packers.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Out to his left. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Jones with a 1st down carry, and he's going to wind up losing a couple as he's stopped behind the line.
Brought down by Khalil Mack. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 7.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Jones. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in. And the Packers add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Let's get this. Hey, Joel. Sound Joel. Sound Joel.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
Great.
Here's Foles. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The 43-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
15. 1st down, Packers.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And this one complete right side to Funchess. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.